Greetings to Pastor Trieber and the North Valley Baptist Church. I want to thank you for letting me be a part of your service today. I wanted to send you a short update of what's going on here. One blessing is that the most important ministry we have here, that is of starting churches, has not been hindered by the pandemic. We're trying to start churches in 4 ways. The first way is through our Bible college at Elo Baptist College. Last year, 24 of our young men who graduated went out and started churches just a few months after they graduated. Then the second way we're starting churches is through other graduates of IBC that have their own Bible colleges. And there are 25 those men, and last year they graduated 60 men that went out, started a church within a few months of the time they graduated as well. And then thirdly, and probably the most effective way, is through the nighttime institutes for married men. These are institutes started by our graduates, many of them, over 512 of them to be exact, and they are 3-year courses normally. There's only a few men. These are in rural churches, small churches. They will be maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, somewhere between 1 to 5 men in each institute. But combined, they're starting a lot of churches. Last year, they started 156 churches. And then the fourth method or way we're trying to start churches is through our foreign missionaries. And 5 of them have Bible colleges as well, 2 of them in Haiti, and then also 1 in Uganda and 2 in country of Zambia. Most of these churches are located in rural areas. And so they're not large churches, they're small churches, but combined they are having an impact on the places where they go. I want to thank you for helping us start all these churches, 400 churches that you sacrificed to help start here. Seed that you planted has grown because many of these men that started churches now have a Bible Institute for married men. And then 6 of them have Bible colleges now. You started way back in like 2004, and it's amazing how the investment you made continues to bear fruit. And we're just so thankful for that. Another blessing we have here is that besides those Bible colleges mentioned, there have been several new Bible colleges started during the pandemic, the last 2 years. One of them was in the province of Capiz. Another graduate started one in northern Iloilo. Another started one in the central part of Iloilo province. And then 2 of them were started on Negros Island, one on the Ilongos-speaking side of the island, the Negros Occidental province, and then a new one was started also in Negros Oriental for the Cebuano-speaking people. That's the first graduate started one there, and so we're very excited what God is doing with that. There are other blessings besides those Bible colleges that are being started. We are having things for our church to reach people. We still have limitations on our seating capacity, but we're seeing a lot of people saved on Sunday nights. We started a ministry where we find families across our city that are very depressed economically because they've lost their job. Basically, families whose husband, wife, or both have lost their jobs because of the pandemic. And so we've gone to the barangays, as they call the neighborhoods here, and we've asked the officials there to send 25 families of the poorest families in the barangay to our church on Sunday nights. And when they come, we give them 3 gifts. We give them a Bible, and then we give them some groceries to take home to help their family. And then we give them the opportunity of receiving the gift of salvation, which is the best gift. And of course, our motive in doing this, besides we do care for their financial situation. We thank God for that. We've been doing this for 7 weeks now. Last Sunday, we had 2 groups in. Usually we just have 1. And they've been very receptive to the Lord. And we're doing this until the first week of December. So we'll have probably about 16 to 18 groups of families of 25 come in for that. This coming Saturday, we're having a special event at the police station. We're just being a part of it. The police community relations officer, the chief, is named Cesar Punuela. He's celebrating his 52nd birthday. He's a very decorated police officer. And he got saved and baptized in our church years ago. And every year on his birthday, he does something unique to help the people of our area, the city. He does something for the needy people. This year, he has several projects, but the main one he's doing is he's taking there are 16 men in jail right now, and he's bringing the 16 families of those men to the station, and our church is donating groceries, and they're going to pass those groceries out to them. And then he's having one of our staff members, Jacqueline Tabas, give a Bible message about salvation. And so we're excited about that. I want to thank North Valley Baptist Church. You know, the first time I went there was way back in 1989 or 1990. And I learned so much those few days I spent in your church, Brother Trieber, learning how he organizes his church and how he's organized his special events and his yearly calendar. And he's had a big impact on my life and this ministry, and I admire him. And by the way, Brother Trieber, a belated happy birthday. I saw the birthday song that Alvin Martinez and his friends did about you. It's pretty funny. And you know, one thing I like about North Valley Baptist Church, you folks work very hard, and you also have a lot of fun. And I thank God. And I know you longtime members of North Valley Baptist Church, you're going to have a lot of memories. And I'm sure as you look back, wonderful memories you've had serving the Lord there in Santa Clara, California, reaching people with the gospel and having some fun at the same time. And thank you for supporting us. You've been so good, and I know it's a sacrifice. We appreciate it. God bless, and thank you.
It's such an encouraging video, and no, he didn't learn much from me. I've learned so much from Brother Martin. He's a humble, godly servant of the Lord, been so sick with typhoid so many times. And yet, as you hear him preach and watch him, I've been in this place over there several times, you can just see God is all over him. I long for that for my life. And so he's been a great teacher to me and to this church. He told me a few years ago after his dad passed away, he goes, I doubt if I'll ever make it back to America, but this is where I'll live the rest of my life and die. They live in a very poor situation. We built their large auditorium, and Brother Poussin, do you know what that seats? Are you nearby? Does it seat 5,000 or 6,000 people? I forget, but they fill it, and it's just jammed on Sunday. The jeepneys are there. They live right on the property, and their house is right on the open sewage. And so the windows, there's no air conditioning. It's hot. Water runs about 3 days a week to the house. I asked him if he would let our men come over there several years ago, and could we tear it down? And could we, I mean, his college is there and everything, just walking right by his house. It's just a cracker box. And would our church please be able to build him a house? And his wife interrupted, and she goes, oh, Brother Trieber, no. We live so far above our people. And if you could see it, nobody that's clean, I'm not suggesting that, nobody here has ever seen something like that in our area. The worst apartment is better as far as the building than what they live in. They're so content. And I'm just so thankful for them. A lot like you, Brother Ramos, you and your wife have been such great servants of the Lord in Mexico.